All right. Okay, everybody, what's going on? It's your girl, Autumn the Aries, and welcome to my little show that I'm doing over here called As a Fan. And this is a live interactive sports show where we let the fans come in and express their fandom. Now, anybody that knows me knows that I am a huge college football fan. I love the NFL, I love the UFL. I'm a big football fan altogether. And so that's who we've been talking to lately. We've been talking to football fans, and I'm gonna open it up. If there's anybody watching or anybody want to talk about their favorite basketball team, they want to talk about their favorite soccer team, they want to talk about their favorite WNBA team, their favorite women's football team. Like there's so many different things that we could talk about on this show. So be sure to just reach out to me on Instagram or Black Diamond on Instagram and we gonna get y'all in on the show. Please, a reminder, we're trying to get this show featured. Okay, we're trying to get this show featured. So that means we got to keep it square up in here. We got to keep it square, no cursing, no profanity, no craziness, we just gonna, straight square, we just gonna do what it do. Okay. And I'm talking to myself because y'all know I got a potty mouth. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I be on that. So we're gonna start with some announcements from the app. So as everybody knows, when you log into the app, there's a banner at the top and it shows a bunch of shows. I'm gonna let our guest talk to you about her show a little bit later on, but here are the shows that I have highlighted for today. We have Pinflow with Top Badge Rainmaker on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Top Badge Aquarian is now hosting a new show called Mug Mondays that you can catch every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's really cool. I kind of popped up on there last week. Geeked Out with Top Badge Casper on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Modern Day Bay hosted by El the Drug on Tuesdays. It's not at 11 p.m. anymore, right? It's like at 8. I think it changed. I don't think the banner has updated. If anybody knows, just go ahead and put it in the chat. Um, we have a playback with Big Brother on Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have me as a fan on Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have the apps featured show called The Rundown at 2 p.m. Eastern every Friday. And this is where you get all of your news. This is where they talk about updates, things going on the app, contests. I mean, you name it. The big thing that they're talking about now is the IRL Expo in Vegas, July 30th through August 2nd. Last I heard, it was almost sold out. I haven't checked in a couple of weeks, but hope to see you there. And the other thing is the reality show that they're doing. It's already been recorded. I guess they're like editing, so you guys need to make sure that you're following their YouTube page and all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, I will link the page, their page, in the comments or in the section. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, so that's all of the announcements that I have for the app. We are going to go ahead and get into the fan news. Okay. Now, what I've been doing lately is I call my guest up. But what I'm going to do first, I have two topics that I'm going to talk about first, and then I'm going to bring my guest up. Okay. So the first topic is the UFL. Okay. If you like football, seriously, if you're missing football, you know, you need to watch the UFL. I'm serious. It's lit. It's a lot of fun. There's a whole lot of familiar faces. Like if you've been following football, college football, anything over the past few years, you'll see a lot of familiar faces. So in this weekend starting on March 27th is the opening of the whole weekend. They have 4 games. All 8 teams will be playing. So there's like a Friday night game, and then there's like 2 I think they're maybe, I don't know, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just to let y'all know. It's games all weekend. So look up the UFL schedule. Make sure that you guys, just take a look at it this weekend. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Just take a look at it. It's cool. I wanted to bring them up because I'm going to tell y'all how much of a big deal they are. Do y'all see this? They have people opening up or doing halftime shows, like big folks. So the UFL Stallions, I think is that the Birmingham team? I think that's the Birmingham team. They got Gucci Mane. Gucci up in there. You understand what I'm saying? The Columbus Aviators has Gavin DeGraw. I don't know who that is, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The Renegades have Ty Myers. The Defenders, who's in DC, has Wale. The Houston Gamblers has Ludacris. The UFL Kings has Russell Dickerson. The UFL Storm, who's in Orlando, has DJ Khaled. And the Battlehawks have Nelly and the St. Lunatics. So the Battlehawks are St. Louis. And I love the Battlehawks, y'all. Like, they are just so lit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have, if y'all don't watch no other game, watch that Battlehawk game. Wait till y'all see they fans. They fans are off the chain. Like, love them. It's lit. Now, I have picked a team. Of course, it's going to be the Columbus Aviators, where we have Ted Ginn Jr. as the coach, a former Ohio State player. So, you know what I'm saying? That's my team. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give me some merch. I'm going to do all of the things. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I really wanted to go to the game this weekend because they're playing Orlando. I don't feel like dealing with the airport, though. Now, if you see me, if you hear that I am at the game, more than likely it's because I got in my car and drove to Orlando. But just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Just mind your business. I'm gonna go and it is gonna be, it's gonna be a game time decision. Okay, it's gonna be a game time decision. Now, let me move on to some college football news, because I think that's all I have left is a bunch of college football news. But first, I have this clip. So I'm a little stressed out even thinking about it, to be honest. I watched this clip earlier today, and I'ma just play it. I'ma just play the clip because I don't know, y'all. I feel away. Okay, I feel away. Let me see if I can fix this really quick to put it in view. I don't know why it's over. I think this was how I went. I don't know why it did that. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and play the clip, and then I got something to say about it. Hopefully, y'all can hear it. Let me know if y'all can hear it in the comments.
Jeremiah will be a top 5 pick, maybe the number 1 overall pick in next year.
They talking about Jeremiah Smith. Let me go back. Let me just go back just like a minute.
Million. Marvin Harrison, $35 million. Chris Olave, $19.3 million. Emeka Egbuka, who just had a very good rookie season, $18.2 million.
Yeah, the last 3 you just mentioned are all on rookie deals. So, like, when they hit free agency, it should get better for them.
And I don't know if Jameson counts because he transferred to Bama and had a very good year at Bama. But Jeremiah will be a top 5 pick, maybe the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. Maybe not. We'll see about quarterback and how Arch does and all those things.
Knock it off. Okay. Did y'all hear what they just said? They said Jeremiah Smith. Okay. They said Jeremiah Smith will be a top 5 recruit next, in the next draft or whatever, possibly number 1 pick. But we'll see, depending on if it's Arch Manning or not. I want them to knock it off for a couple of reasons. What are we basing Arch Manning's? Now, there's no shade to Arch, because y'all know I'm not really mad at Arch. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault that his last name is Manning, and he has to perform like a Manning. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. He knew what he was getting into when all of this happened. However, last year they said, oh, he's going to be in a runner for the Heisman. He's going to do this. Texas is going to do this because of Arch Manning, blah, blah, blah. We all see how that worked out. Now, did he get better throughout the season? Absolutely, he did. Will he be better this upcoming season? Absolutely, he will be. Like, I believe he's going to improve. He got, the playtime that he needed. He understands what needs to go on and how it needs to go on. And I do think that he will level up a little bit this year. But for you to come out of your mouth and say that Arch Manning could quite possibly get drafted over the best player in college football right now, Jeremiah Smith. I'm not just saying this because he played for Ohio State. It's the truth. We've seen they hyped him up. They was like, oh, when they was talking about it before, he's so big, he's a freak, he's tall, he's this, he's that. I mean, they said all of the things, and then came back around and said, but we gonna see if he gonna be over Arch Manning. Y'all gotta knock this. Y'all gotta stop. We have to stop. We have to put a stop to this. It's insane. It's crazy work. It's all of the things. You know, I want the best for Arch. I wish he didn't have this type of pressure. I felt a little bad for him last season, even though I was like lighting him up as I was, doing the reviews or whatever. But it is what it is. Like he has to get better. And in order for Texas to do anything, Arch has to get better. And that's it. And this is last year, I think. Like, that's what has to happen. So, okay, I'm done ranting about that. I just needed to let y'all know that they really did one. They really did one with that. Right? Okay, so I have a couple of other things that I'm gonna talk about, but first I'm gonna invite my guest up. Let me see. I'm doing the wrong thing here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to invite my guest up. Please request the box. And we're going to talk about the other things, and we're going to get to talking about her team too. So let's do it. Hey!
How are you?
Welcome. This is my birthday twin, y'all. Everybody welcome Top Badge, ReallyRebecca to the stream. I don't even have no, do I have, let me see. Do I have some? Uh-oh. That's loud. Sorry. I thought I had some claps. I don't have it. Sorry. I should have put that in, but whatever.
It's all good.
I am so glad that you are here. And we're gonna get into we're just gonna get into it. So first, I want you to tell everybody about yourself, and I want you to tell them what you do on the app. Tell us about your show and all that good stuff.
Okay. Well, hey, shout out to everybody in here, and thank you for having me, all of the Aries. I host Secret Sweetheart. It's a blind date show that I do here each and every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've been running almost 6 years at this point, and we've been privileged enough to have the longest running show on the app. It's a lot of fun, a lot of networking, good opportunity for people. So you're interested in being on the show, just let me know. You can let me know here on Tag or IG. It's the same as here, ReallyRebecca.
And do you have any like specific streaming hours, or you just be popping on?
I have streaming days and like periods. So like when it comes down to me, that's the reason why I tell people to hit you with a fave, because you can catch that notification, and also y'all can share the live as well too, and share it to yourself, so that way you can always have us. But as far as streaming, weekends is what I call my structured Saturdays and Sundays. So that's about finishing up the week, no matter if it's personal, business, tag, life, finishing up your week, setting goals, intentions, all the things that you got going and moving forward. Mondays, we, come back around and I'll mentor a lot more and give people opportunity to ask questions, get in there with, what they're trying to do, so that we can have more top badges, more featured shows, more content here on the app. So
Yes, that is amazing. That is good to hear. So everybody, if you're in here, make sure, if you do not have ReallyRebecca fave, go ahead and fave her. I will give her the opportunity at the end of the show to kind of repeat what she just said, just as a refresher. But we're gonna get into it. So look, I have a couple of just some more college football news, and then we're gonna get into your fandom. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I don't know. Do you guys know who Dylan Rayola is, right? He is the quarterback. He was with Nebraska, I think, last year, and he had like a season-ending injury, and he transferred to Oregon. Now, if you don't know him by his name, they were calling him like mini Patrick Mahomes because he was doing a real weird thing of like cut his hair like Patrick Mahomes and put the headband on like that. It was a little cringe to watch. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I guess he love him. It is what it is. I don't know. Anywho,
Fandom.
right, exactly. So I bring him up because he transferred to Oregon, and he is going to switch to the number 8, or he's going to wear the number 8 with Oregon. And the reason why that's significant is because that number belonged to a Heisman Trophy winner, Marcus Mariota. So I'm pretty sure probably it was retired. Maybe his jersey was retired at some point, but I guess everybody goes through like a like a respect thing. We're gonna not give you this number. The funny thing about this particular number is Dylan Gabriel, who was Oregon's quarterback last season, also wore number 8. So my thing is, I don't even know why this is a big deal. I don't even know why this is in the news. If everybody
if somebody already wore the number, then what's so significant about him? Like, what made him the bad guy?
I mean, I don't really understand why it was even news. I brought it on here just because it was news out there.
Yeah,
And
I mean, but that's something to know. Like, why do we put that into that like that? Like, if they didn't do it on the first guy, then what did he do? You know what I mean? Did he break the matrix? Like, what? I mean, I
don't know. And then me personally, if you know me or if you know anything about like Big Ten football and all this, that, and the other, because I had my eye on Oregon. I had to have my eye on Oregon. So I've watched Dylan Gabriel. He was trash. He wasn't great. To me, he wasn't great. And I'm not even gonna get into all the stuff in the NFL. He went to the Browns. They started him over Shador. It was just a big mess. And he just really wasn't all that great to me. So anyway, he got to wear the Heisman Trophy number. So I don't know why it was a big deal or even news that Minnie Mahomes wore the number. Moves on. Some big news came out for the NCAA today. Now this is really big to me. The NCAA is considering major changes to the regular season, the regular football season. And what they're considering doing, I don't know if you guys know, there's a week 0 where people like certain schools, they kind of apply to play during that week.
Yeah.
Week 0 is just the week before 1, right? So, it'd be a couple of games that go on, if you're trying to get your fix in early. It's a couple of games.
Trying to get money up, so they'll play other schools and do that to try to gain up, yeah.
So the proposal is for all FBS games to start week 0. Myself, I think this is a good idea. Because one thing that it's going to do is it's going to give the teams, it'll give all the teams like 2 full weeks, off to, do nothing. Like they need that rest. They're expanding. Like think about it. They're about to expand the playoff. They're about to do all of these things. So that we now have a 12-team playoff. So they didn't really they're trying to fit too much into the time. And what I think is happening is they're really just trying to prepare for the next expansion of college football and of the college football playoff. And I think that they're going to just change a whole bunch of stuff around because probably not next year, but the year after that, I think is when they're trying to go to 16 teams. How you feel about it?
I'm gonna say this. All right. on the sports side of it, I can understand it for expansion purposes and all of that stuff, like on the actual business side of it, and how to try to put it all together and like make it out more where, like everybody can get a lot more from it. Only thing I have to say against that though is if it's right before the season, you know what I mean? And then they end up taking a loss after a loss after a loss to some little bitty teams. It's gonna, especially for people like me. Oh no, I'm gonna end up. We gonna set this out. We gonna set this out like
I mean,
before the season even start. Like I don't know if my brain can handle that.
well, I don't necessarily think that that's what's going to happen. I think that they're going to play the same teams that they've been playing. And there's been a whole lot of schedule changes. Like,
I know, but when it comes down to the rivalries and all that.
Right. They expanded 2 extra games in 2027. There was a bunch of hoopla with Texas, basically saying, because they was mad because they didn't get in the playoff last year when all they had to do was win the games that they played.
Right.
Same with Notre Dame, all they had to do was win. Like, I don't really get it. But, I mean, like,
it's the truth.
That's the right. So
that's how you get into it. You're supposed to win the game.
And
you're right. Yeah.
If they decide to play some little teams in that week 0 and they get exposed, I don't really know what to say. Like,
yeah, but I mean, and then especially it depends on where you're from as well too. Because like I said, I'm from Alabama. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. Man, we better set everything on fire.
Cause y'all, we about to get into y'all just right now. Cause y'all,
we better set everything on fire. Like start the season off, and that was a team that was supposed to be on 0 week, and y'all sit here and y'all taking L's on 0. What? Man,
it'll be real crazy.
Hold
So
on,
just now
check my blood pressure. Check my blood pressure.
If you're just tuning in, this is As a Fan, a live interactive sports show focusing on fandom. Please be sure to hit the Please be sure to hit the fave on my stream, hit ReallyRebecca's fave, hit the likes, you know what I'm saying? Do all of the things, okay? We're keeping it clean here and we're going to move on because we're about to talk about Alabama. The last thing that I have to talk about as far as announcements of college football news is concerned. Ty Simpson, who was Alabama's quarterback last season, he attended pro day. I think that was today. Like Alabama had their pro day, and that's where they kind of go and work out and do all the things, for the NFL, get ready for the draft. So Ty Simpson had something to say about Ryan Coleman Williams, who's a wide receiver for Alabama. He said, and I quote, well, they asked how does he think that Ryan is going to do this year or whatever, in so many words is what they asked. He said, did y'all see him? You tell me. You see how big he is. He's gained so much weight. He's growing up. You could tell he's the big guy in the room now. I'm so happy for him and so proud of him because I know how much football and Alabama means to him. We talk all the time. He's like a little brother. He's going to ball out this year. So like I said, y'all can write it down. Ryan is going to have a really good year. And I think that he's saying this in contrast to the year he had last year, which wasn't up to par, like what Alabama wanted him to be. So Alabama is your team. I want to know how you felt about Ryan Williams' performance last year, and do you agree with Ty Simpson that he's going to be the big man on campus this year?
Roll Tide. We started off with that. Roll Tide. Okay.
Go ahead, get it in.
Sit the hat right here. You know, I have to sit the hat right here for a second. All right. So, okay. So for all my true Alabama fans, roll Tide, roll Tide, roll Tide. Yeah. Roll Tide. But
I
to
mean,
break
we
down the roll tides, to break down the roll tides, no, that was a stupid season last year. And not just for him, but for the whole entire team. That was a stupid season. Now, don't get me wrong. I do love me some Alabama, but I was Seminoles first. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like,
mean,
before the season even gets started, like,
yeah. So what you saying?
I have to. I have
What are
to
you
do
saying
my
here? Are you saying that you're thinking? What are you thinking? Like this? You
no,
think
like number one, going into what we was already talking about before, all that stuff before the season, it put the little heebie-jeebies on folks, and they get a little spooked before the season gets started. So all them little preseason games, like it's good to have them, but I mean, I'll be honest, I feel like that shakes up a lot of them because, like, they're not all emotionally mature at that point. You know what I mean? So, like, when it comes down to it, they haven't had the experience for them to actually physically, mentally process all together as they're still growing. You know what I mean? Like what's going on around them. So there's a lot of stuff that affects them at those ages. That's what makes college special. You know what I mean? It's like when you see the kids that can persevere through that and not just ride a name and not just ride the old fame and all that other stuff. That's what makes those teams special at the time. And like, don't get me wrong, like Alabama had a lot of his days, but like Cinderella right now, you know what I mean? Like,
no, boy, Alabama ain't. They not.
listen, no, because like as a real Alabama fan, I'm gonna tell you that was trash. That was trash. That was trash. That was trash. They had us worrying too many times. I cannot tell you how many times I would usually put my jerseys on the weekend and stuff like that, no matter what's going on. Man, I just that thing it's probably got dust on it because I left it alone because it was that stressful. Like nobody got time for that. Like it's supposed to be Rimmer Jammer Roll Tide, Alabama, go to the bar slammer. You know what I mean? Like he ain't supposed to be having all this frustration going on. This is too much for our brains. You know what I mean? Like we got too much things going on.
But do you think it was just a matter of like him, like Ryan needing to like shake the jitters off and like just
They're
mature, kind
young.
of like what
Yeah,
Ty
that's what I said. It's just maturity. You get what I'm saying? Because like they're young, and with them being young, like, and especially coming off of that's like being a part of like a real rich family. You know what I mean? Like you coming off this name, you're coming off of these titles, you're coming off all this stuff, and y'all are those. So you have that pressure of it. Number one, new coaches, new this, that, whatever. So you got that other pressure. Number two, and then like you still growing up. Like you still growing up. You know what I
but
mean? Like
you sign. Listen, let me tell you something that I say about Ohio State all the time. If you come to Ohio State, the and are going to play football, like you have there's a certain mentality that you have to have. And I 100% believe that it's the same way at Alabama.
it
You
is, but
got
it's also like that drumline movie. You know what I mean? Like you get recruited into the big school and you expected to do all this big stuff and be big, big, big. And yeah, you got it. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't be there if you didn't have it. But at the same time, too, they still babies. So it's still that pressure.
we can't have no excuses though. But listen,
I mean, listen, I mean, they got to be Titans regardless. They got to be Titans. But at the same time, too, like, they still, but like, and when I mean babies, I mean, like, college is different. Like, the
I
speed,
know. I
like,
get
the speed of college is different. Like, the way that they operate it is different. A lot of high schools, like, feed into it and they give them a good, like, understanding of getting into it, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like it's the same difference as when they finally get into the NFL. It's
they
not
got
the
to
same.
catch up. They
Yeah,
got to
true. But they got their moment. And
and
some
you have
teams
to
don't.
understand that now that the culture overall of college football is changing because these young men are getting paid millions.
Yes. Yeah.
So even now, it's even I don't want to say worse, but it's like more intense.
More
They're
pressure.
doing all that they can to make sure that you are getting nil and revenue sharing and all of these things.
More pressure.
And they're expecting you to come in and perform, period.
Oh
So,
yeah, absolutely. They're expecting you to perform on those NFL. See, the thing is they always had to. You know, back in the day they had to. But I'll be honest, I feel like with the like everybody, if you know, you know who was getting paid, you know what was going on. We knew who was doing what. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. It didn't even matter. Like we didn't care because we knew what the dudes was trying to do to get there. You know what I mean? And at least they doing that and not, you know, trying to go, you know, sell women and drugs on the street. You know what I mean? Like they doing something. It's cool. But even with that, I feel like when they opened up the doors of that, it's kind of like it's kind of like what we go through with like social media. It's like once you go ahead and say, let's put a price on it, let's put a tag on it, and let's go ahead and let everybody do it. You get what I'm saying? Like it brings a different thing. So it's kind of like the same difference that like how I compare things here. Like because I use a lot of sports to compare stuff. But like here, like, you know, when we're doing our things with streaming and whatnot, like there's different things with it. And yeah, you got opportunity to get paid. Yeah, you got this and that. But then that's even more pressure knowing that you can. Like if you did before, you did. If you didn't, you didn't. But a lot of them still got gifted through different things and whatever anyway. So it was kind of the same difference. But now it's like now I can actually be paid off of this. So since I can be paid off of this, like I have to this, I have to that, I have to. And it's building up a lot more like with these like younger generation of men, and this is the only time we can really say younger on this is because they're the ones coming up in it. You know what I mean? Like it's building up on them even more. Like, and not to say that they can't handle it, because the ones that's making it, they titans. You know what I mean? Like they making it. So it was something that they were able to do. Hopefully, for the most part, you know what I mean, depending on the school, but for the most part, you know what I mean, like so it's like if they got all that opportunity and they have that, then I can only imagine, like again, they still babies. You know what I mean? Like you can tell when they play, you know, the emotions and stuff, and imagine that even more intensified when money is on the table for real and it's not hidden no more.
so what he gonna have to do is he gonna have to swallow all that and get to playing. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I mean, I mean, because I mean, they dragged him last season. So anywho, let's go ahead and get into your fandom though. I mean, I see we already kind of got into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you big bad Bama fan. Like it's serious over there, and I love that for you. So tell me, how did you, or tell us, how did you become a fan of the Alabama Crimson Tide?
Um, in my Cardi B voice, it was embedded in my skin.
Please.
It came on me since I was a little kid. I didn't have no choice. I
Oh,
didn't have no choice. You know what I mean? No,
well,
no.
yeah,
Real talk, I really, really, I didn't. I didn't. Like, well, I mean, I did and I didn't. It was Alabama or Auburn. Like that was it. Like the fact that I even like wanted Florida State at all was blasphemy. Like literally, I was the black sheep. Like, what's wrong with her? Like,
like how
don't
could
touch her. She's probably sick. Like, you know, I'm gonna burn some sage around this one. You know what I mean? Like,
no?
yeah, with the lavender and all that for relaxation, for having to deal with her crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So yeah, from a little kid. But it wasn't nothing that I did not like. You get what I'm saying? Like I like sports. So for me, it was like, oh, we always ran with the boys and all that. And the boys, like you run with the boys, but then, you know, like they protect you. They show you different stuff, you know. You get into, you know, being able to be a girl, but safe, protected, blah, blah, blah. You fun, you doing your thing. I play sports, you know what I mean? So you know, when it came down to it, it was like if the boys was throwing a football, I'm throwing a football. They throwing a baseball, I'm throwing a baseball. You know, they playing tennis, where my racket? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I cricket, whatever. So that's where it, like for me, like all that started with. It started young. Like it started from day one.
So, do you have like what is your best memory of like watching Alabama play?
Well, I'll be honest. One of my best memories was not being at the game, but I sent my son and my dad to the game together.
Oh,
So, and then I got a chance to see them on camera. You know what I mean? Like, I got a chance to see them on there. So that was probably my best memory. Like,
oh, that is so
sending them to the game. They was out there. They got a chance to be out there. He got the glasses and the t-shirt signed and the jerseys and all that. And they got a chance to do all that. And them being able to go to the game and all that, and like knowing that, like, I did that for them. That was dope. And then saw them on there and everything. That was dope. So yeah.
that does sound dope. So, what is the most heartbreaking moment or loss that you've experienced as a parent? Now, this doesn't have to be like a loss of a game, but it can be, or like it's something like with a player, or you know, maybe
Mm.
you mourn the loss of Nick Saban when he retired. You know what I mean? Like anything like that. That got to be it.
What is that? A tomato in your name? You better be glad I can't throw one for real. Um, don't try it. Don't try it. Hey, hold on. Read between the lines.
She said, read the room.
Read between the lines. We're gonna keep this PG-13. Hey, Judy, Judy, you better tell the truth to shame the devil, girl.
They did. I watched that game.
Nah, but uh, man, I ain't gonna front. Last couple of years been interesting. The last couple of years been interesting. I think the worst for me was a long time ago. I remember I was in sixth grade. I was in sixth grade that year, and it was Alabama versus Auburn. It was a rivalry game or whatever, and I don't know where Alabama defense went. I think they was asleep. I think they took a bunch of Benadryl before they came to the game because they did not show up on the field.
They got beat down like that.
It was bad. And this was like the worst crew of Auburn at the time ever in history, like of Auburn. Like, and yeah, because that was like what, 90s. So yeah, and to sit there and get beat.
Well, the rivalries bring the beats out. It happens.
And the thing is, like, I'm not even gonna front with you being an Alabama fan. You get around folks, man, let us lose.
No.
Like, I promise you.
Remember, Empress Really Rebecca, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Mua hands in a heart shape with medium skin tone.
Sorry. That was
I'm weak.
it's a shortcut on the phone, and I use this phone, and I forgot at 50% and do that. I use the wrong phone. But yeah.
So okay, so yeah, but the rivalries bring it out. So tell me this. So with you having to, but it was basically, you're born this way basically as an Alabama fan, living in Alabama, growing up in Alabama, all your family Alabama fans. But and you did mention
all of them. Some of them was Auburn. Some of them was Auburn.
But you did mention, you said either Alabama or Auburn, and you also mentioned like Florida State or whatever.
Yeah, that was my personal choice.
What makes you stay loyal to Alabama then?
It's a state thing. You know what I mean? Number one, it's a state thing. Like, you either speak Roll Tide or you speak War Eagle. It's really like one or the other. You know what I mean? Like, it just,
it's like,
especially in being from Birmingham is 205, Tuscaloosa is 205. Like, a lot of those areas is 205. I know there's some new area codes now or whatever, but old area code is 205. That's always what it's been. So 205 T-Town, Bama, it's always been there. So at the end of the day, especially if you around that way or from that area around the northern side of the state. It's usually Alabama. The southern side of the state, I mean, you got a lot of Alabama fans down there, but it's a lot of Auburn fans too, so. And I will go for Auburn every blue moon, like when it's like other teams like Georgia and stuff like that. If it was some, teams like that or whatever, or the LSU's or whatever and stuff like that. But other than that, no. I don't even eat orange and blue M&Ms next to each other. I don't do nothing orange and blue next to each other. Like, it makes me feel like I'm gonna have bad luck if I have anything orange and blue next to each other, for real. And that's between Alabama and Florida State too, because even with that, I do not do Florida. I don't. I can't.
So let's see. Did I ask, have you ever considered not? Yes. So we kind of went over this though. And the question is, have you ever considered not being a fan? But you did say Florida State was your.
Yeah. I mean, like, Florida State will always be love, but for real, like, I watch Bama games. And it's always been like that. I ain't had no choice. Like, Alabama, that's basically what you watch. You want to watch Florida State, you better go watching in your room. And you know what? Black Diamond, y'all be cool sometimes. Y'all be cool sometimes until y'all open up y'all text mouths through your thumbs. I know your thumbs hurt over there with that Go Dogs. I know your them dogs hurt from saying that. And you put it in all caps. They had to hurt.
So here's the last question in this particular segment, and then we're going to get into the fun trivia part of the thing. As a fan of the Alabama Crimson Tide, what team do you think they have the biggest rivalry with? Because clearly y'all got a bunch of rivals. Clearly,
Auburn.
Auburn.
Man, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, listen, y'all light work to little folks. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We can't even sit here and act like y'all always be on that weight. Y'all ain't always on that weight. So y'all got y'all seasons when y'all got a coach that's sober. But anyways, other than that, Auburn.
Oh, well, I know that's right. All right, cool. So, hey, that's what I be talking. That's the type of fandom I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. These are the best things. This is what I love. This is what I love about college football. This is as a fan. If you're just tuning in, this is a live interactive sports show focusing on fandom. We are trying to get this show featured, so please try to keep it clean. And right now, we're going into the last segment of the show, which is the trivia. Now, let me tell everybody how this works. Okay. I have, I think, maybe 5 trivia questions that I'm going to ask ReallyRebecca. I'm going to directly ask her these questions. Okay. She is going to give me an answer if she has one, not the people in the comments. Once, if she gets it wrong, or if she doesn't know the answer, she says she doesn't know, then we can go to the comments and you guys can answer the questions. Now, I want you to understand that if you don't know all of these, that don't mean that you're not a fan. You know what I'm saying? That means that you learned something today. That means that you're taking this home. So just in case you ever have another trivia, you know what I'm saying, is you gonna know the answer. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Seen along the sidelines is the Alabama mascot, an elephant. What is his name?
Roll Tide.
This ought to be easy. This ought to be an easy one.
Elephant. I really don't know what his name is.
All right. Anybody in the comments? Y'all know what the name of the Alabama elephant is?
I don't even know.
Anybody in the comments know what the
He
name?
said, you know what?
Not
Your
Willie.
name probably Willie Kenny. Your real first name probably Willie. Your middle name probably Kenny.
Big Al. That's him. His name is Big Al. That's the name of the elephant. How you know? Big Al is his name. Moving along. now this time around I put in a multiple choice question. Okay. And I love this question actually. Nick Saban came from the Miami Dolphins to coach at Alabama. Which of the following teams which of the following teams did Coach Saban not coach at? LSU, University of Toledo, Central Michigan, or Michigan State? So out of those 4 teams, which one did he not coach at? LSU, University of Toledo, Central Michigan, or Michigan State? Don't nobody in the comments, don't say nothing yet.
I don't know. I play softball.
That's one of them. LSU, University of Toledo, Central Michigan, or Michigan State? Just take a guess.
Let's say Michigan State, y'all.
That's your final answer?
Toledo.
Nope. Anybody in the comments? So let me tell y'all something. Nick Saban coached at the University of Toledo. That's why this is a great question for me. He definitely coached at the University of Toledo. So he coached at my Rockets. The answer is Central Michigan is where he did not coach. But yes, he did coach at the University of Toledo for a brief time. He did. All right. Next question.
See how fast y'all answer that? Y'all all wrong in unison.
trying to hate on my Rockets. That's what it was. But Alabama has always been known to run the ball. What player holds the record for the most rushing yards in one game? What famous running back?
I don't know. The one I like was Mark Ingram.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's what I liked.
Nope. Anybody else? Anybody know in the comments? Derrick Henry? Nope. Anybody else?
That's how I think. What you think?
Going twice. The answer is Sean Alexander.
Hey.
He rushed 296 yards. Now that's just crazy. That's a lot.
Now, who you said your team was, Kenny? You showed me a whole lot of answers for Alabama.
He's an LSU fan.
Sound like he's trolling.
That's why he's been trolling. All right.
With confidence.
We got 2 more questions.
Okay.
I thought this was interesting. Alabama hasn't always been known as the Crimson Tide. What did they first go by when starting their football program in 1892? So what was their name before they were the Alabama Crimson Tide? I never would have guessed this either because it's like what? The Confederates.
That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the comments.
Yo,
I've been waiting for the comments.
It fits. It does, but no. Anybody else? Anybody else? Thank you. Anybody else? The answer is the thin red line. Now, how does that work? The Alabama thin red line? It don't make sense, do it? Like, who came up with that name?
I don't know.
Not our ancestors, they ancestors, not ours. Like, I don't know where that came from, but that's crazy. All right, anywho, last trivia question.
Well, I mean,
I need the people in the comments, because I know somebody in the comments knows this answer. Do not answer it until I call on the people in the comments, okay? Against what team and rival did Nick Saban win his first BCS national championship in the 2003 season? I said don't answer, and no, that ain't the answer. I said don't answer until she answers. Let her answer first. Then we'll come to the comments. Just take a guess. One of y'all rivals. Just take a guess. Y'all know y'all got many, but
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna throw something out there and see if y'all get it right. LSU.
you right. You got it. That's the answer. You got it. LSU. So Nick Saban got his first national championship off of LSU.
And that was significant at the time because Bestie Kenny over here, who's a real Alabama fan by heart, but called himself an LSU fan. Won that. Yeah, that little crocodile eating sucker right there. He was all on it. He knew all about it.
Let's get to the smack.
Little crocodile hunt over there. No, I'm sorry, alligator. Alligator. I forgot. Wrong meat.
She said the gator meat. Okay, all right. So,
Sausage.
Rebecca, this has been really great. I'm so glad that you volunteered to come and be on my show. This has been amazing. I really appreciate you. And I hope to maybe have you back again someday, but we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. So, for the people who may not have been here or who may not know you, just go ahead and kind of recap what you said earlier. Tell us about yourself, tell us about your show, and when we can catch you. I'm weak.
Okay, it'd be extra sometime. But anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm Rebecca, aka Really Rebecca. You can catch me with Secret Sweetheart, is one of our tag feature shows here each and every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a blind date show that I do on here. For the show, we're always looking for guests, contestants, blind daters. So if anybody ever like to be on the show, you can let me know here on tag. I prefer that, you know what I mean? Or you can let me know on IG as well too. It's the same as here, Really Rebecca. And yeah, we got birthday coming up in a week.
Big Aries season, big Aries twin. We up in here. Y'all going here. I know y'all got a couple coins to hit that Aries button. I know y'all do. Just 2 or 3 coins. I know y'all got it. So my name is Autumn the Aries, and you can find me anywhere at Autumn the Aries. When I say anywhere, I mean you type Autumn the Aries in any social platform that you have, you will find Autumn the Aries there. I stream here on Tag daily, mostly during the workday while I'm trying to get through my workday. And yeah, hopefully y'all come back and see me again sometime soon, and make sure that you hit the fave so that you can get the notification, so that when I send out the blast and all that good stuff, to remind you all that As a Fan is starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. If you want to be a part of the show, please send Black Diamond a DM here or Instagram. Send myself a DM here or Instagram. If you want to be on the show, you want to come talk about being a fan, I don't care what type of fan. If you college football fan, UFL fan, NFL fan, women's football fan, WNBA, NBA, soccer, Olympics, I don't care. Whatever it is, y'all come and talk to me about being a fan, because we're going to fan out over here, all right? And I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Rebecca. And I will see y'all next week. Peace. This was so much fun. Not roll dirt, please. I love, okay, I'm done. I love the shit talking. I do. I love it. It's the best. It is literally the best thing ever.